We're almost finished.
Okay, we are live. I'm going to call the meeting to order. At this time, I would like to remind council, municipal staff, and members of the public in attendance that this electronic public meeting is being live streamed to the public. A video recording of this meeting will be available to the public on the township's YouTube account. Physical attendance of the public at this meeting is restricted due to the COVID-19 pandemic. I'd like to thank the applicants for their patience and understanding of the need to organize this meeting through the use of technology. The municipality has made every effort to ensure all affected property owners were informed and are able to participate in this planning process. And Sue, if you could read the note.
Thank you through the chair. One of the purposes of the Planning Act is to provide for planning processes that are open, accessible, timely, and efficient. Accordingly, all written submissions, documents, correspondence, emails, or other communications, including your name and address, form part of the public record and will be disclosed, made available by the municipality to such persons as the municipality sees fit, including anyone requesting such information. Accordingly, in providing such information, you shall be deemed to have consented to its use and disclosure as part of the planning process.
The purpose of our meeting is to hear persons' comments in regards to zoning bylaw amendment, application made by the applicant, owner K&A Logistics Limited, applicant Arcadius Robert Baruch, president, file number KAL-2020-13, and we do have his representative, Ms. Taylor, present. Silas.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Before we get started with the agenda, I just want to clear something up, that there was an error occurred during the application which referenced this property as being 617 Skeed Road. The error came to light when I sent out Mr. Poplinski to post the sign, and he was at the very end of Lakewoods Drive and still driving and hadn't come to 617 Skeed Road. We almost didn't get him back. So there is no civic address for this location. So I just, if there's any reference to 617 Skeed Road, that is incorrect. And just to refresh council's memory, this particular property is the property that council just dealt with the agreement for the access to this property, which is via an unopened road allowance, which agreement was originally with Etmansky, then it got passed down to Martin Walsh, and now these are the current, or this is the current owner. So just to give a little brief history, and what happened was that our zoning bylaw stipulates that you cannot build or develop a lot if it's not fronting on an on a municipal maintained road allowance. So the long and the short of it is that we're asking, or the applicant is asking for rezoning to limited service residential, meaning that yes, you can construct a cottage or a home, but it is by this private road agreement, and that you are on your own for maintenance. So I will proceed. So that's the preamble to this. Page 11, item 2.1 is page 1 cover letter from the County of Renfrew, dated December the 21st, 2020. Pages 12 to 15, item 2.2 is the County of Renfrew Planning Division Zoning Bylaw Amendment report to Council, dated December the 21st, 2020. Are there any questions from Council regarding the planning report?
No, I'm not seeing any, so please proceed.
Very good. Item number 3, the purpose and effect of the zoning bylaw amendment is to rezone a residential property that is 56.7 hectares in area with no public road frontage from rural RU to limited service residential exception 64 LSR E64 in order to permit a limited service dwelling on a lot that does not have frontage on an improved street. The exception zone is to permit access over an unopened road allowance, and as per road agreement with a municipality. All other provisions of the zoning bylaw shall apply. Item number 4, report on application and notices. Page 16, 4.1, notice of complete application dated December the 21st, 2020. Page 17, item 4.2, the notice of application and public meeting were sent out to all affected property owners within 120 meters, which is 400 feet, of the subject application, and to all public bodies as requested on December the 22nd, 2020. Item 4.3, notice was posted on the subject property on December the 23rd, 2020. And that is just our regular statement. However, the notice was posted at the road allowance just off of Skeed Road that leads to this property. Item number 5, notice to public bodies, written responses and/or telephone messages. Page 18, 5.1, email from Ontario Power Generation, December the 23rd, 2020. OPG has no comments or concerns. Item 5.2, email from the Ministry of Natural Resources and Forestry, dated December the 23rd, 2020. They have no concerns with the application, subject to access road being located on the road allowance and not on Crown land. So the applicant will have to make sure that the road that is leading to this property is confined to the municipal road allowance. Item 5.3, email from the Ministry of Transportation dated December the 29th, 2020. The application is not within the permit control area. MTO has no comments to offer. Item number 6, written comments. There were none. Item number 7, verbal report on general or telephone inquiries and/or attendances at the municipal office. There were none. Item number 8, oral and/or written. So, Madam Mayor, you caught me. I'm just on a roll.
You were on a roll, and definitely you're into my job here, my very limited job. Anyways, I will ask if there are any oral or written presentations by those in attendance, and Ms. Taylor, if you wanted to speak to this application.
Yes, thank you, Mayor Love. Mr. Larbetsky covered most of what I was going to say in his preamble, just to bring the attention that there is an agreement to use the unopened road allowance that was assigned to the new owner, Mr. Baruch, in the K&A Logistics, and that was October 6, 2020. The only other thing that I wanted to bring to Council's attention is that a similar bylaw has been passed in the past, bylaw 2009-46, which is LSR exception E16. So just that there is a precedence in using an unopened road allowance as a driveway pursuant to an agreement. But those are all the comments that I had. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'll ask, are there any questions or is there any discussion by council? Okay, I'm not seeing any. I just want to note to Ms. Taylor that the zoning bylaw amendment is on the agenda for the council meeting that starts at 10 a.m. So, it's moving directly to council from here. And I'll turn it back over to Mr. Larbetsky.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Pages 21 to 22, item number 10 is a draft copy of the bylaw that will be presented to council after this meeting. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And Sue, could you please read the notification? Oh, Sue, you're muted.
Thank you. Council is also required by section 34:14.5 to inform the public at the public meeting of who is entitled to appeal to the local appeal tribunal under sections 34:11 and 19 as follows. Section 34:11, if council decides to refuse an application or refuses or neglects to make a decision on an application within 120 days of the municipal clerk receiving the application, the applicant or the Minister of Municipal Affairs may appeal to the local planning appeal tribunal by filing an appeal with the clerk of the municipality. Section 34:19, not later than 20 days after the giving of notice of passing of the bylaw, The applicant, any person or public body who made oral submissions at the public meeting or made a written submission to council before the bylaw was passed, or the Minister of Municipal Affairs, may appeal to the local planning appeal tribunal by filing an appeal with the clerk of the municipality.
Okay, thank you.